What are the four main parts of a DC generator? Armature, commutator, field frame, brushes. How does a vibrating points regulator sense voltage? Voltage coil. How do carbon pile voltage regulators sense high and low voltage? A magnetic coil. What type of current is produced in the armature of a generator? AC. What is the purpose of a commutator in a generator? Or on a generator? Mechanically rectify AC to DC. What is one of the major drawbacks of the vibrating points regulator? The moving parts, unreliable, wear and tear. How do you adjust voltage in a vibrating points regulator? Adjusting spring tension. Voltage fluctuations are sensed by this in a carbon pile type regulator. Voltage coil. How do you adjust voltage on a carbon pile type voltage regulator? The rheostat. Or a rheostat. Output of a DC generator is regulated by using a blank wired in blank with the magnetic field. Variable resistor wired in series with the magnetic field. What is the advantage of solid state regulators compared to vibrating points regulators? No moving parts and reliability. Solid state regulators have less moving parts and they are more reliable. What is a current limiter? Prevents overloading of the DC generator. What is the purpose of the equalizer circuit in the generator system? Shares of the load. Equalizer circuits will only work in the difference between the generators is greater than 0.5 volts. Large commercial aircraft use this type of current as its primary form of power. AC. What two things determine the frequency of an aircraft generator? The number of poles, the RPM. Slip rings are used on what type of generator? DC alternators, AC generators. Commutators are used to do this on generators. Mechanically rectify AC to DC. This is used to control the frequency on large commercial jets. CSD. DC generators are self-excited. DC alternators are battery or externally excited. In a DC alternator, three-phase AC current is produced in its windings. How is it converted to DC? 6 solid-state diodes. 6 diodes. What are inverters used for? Converting DC to AC. DC to AC. Inverters are used to convert DC to AC. Name two types of inverters common on aircraft. Rotary and static. What type of aircraft would use an inverter for essential AC loads? DC-powered aircraft, which would be smaller turbine, turboprop aircraft. Describe the general purpose of a motor. Converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. How is reversing a DC motor accomplished? Reversing the polarity in the field or the armature, but not both. High torque motors are of this duty type. Intermittent. High torque DC motors have their field wired in series with input current. In general, how does a voltage regulator control a generator's output? Varying current in the field. List the 4 main parts of a DC motor. Armature, commutator, field frame, and brushes. What prevents a generator from becoming motorized? A reverse current cutout. If you were changing an integrated drive, generator oil filter and found metal contamination in the element, how would you fix this issue? Obviously, that's not an issue. You are already replacing the generator oil filter, so it does not matter. What is the advantage of using AC current to power large aircraft? Weight saving. What is the purpose of a growler test? To test armature. What does a rectifier do? Converts AC to DC. AC to DC. What is a flowchart used for? Troubleshooting. What would you need to use for troubleshooting electrical problems within a system? Electrical diagrams. What are some good sources of information that can be used for troubleshooting a logbook write-up? Logbook is a good source for info, and maintenance manuals, as well as pilots. Can a pilot that has disconnected a CSD because of oil temp reconnect it? No, they cannot. Only mechanics can reset relays on the ground. What must be done to the generator brushes when they are replaced? They must be recontoured and reseated. What is coming in speed? RPM for proper output voltage. Coming in speed is RPM for output voltage. What is unique about brushless alternator? Brushless exciters. No connection to the rotor, and this makes it much more reliable as there's less parts wearing down with no connection to rotor and brushless exciter. What produces field current in an AC generator? The exciter generator. The exciter generator produces field current in an AC generator. A transformer has 400 turns in the primary and 100 turns in the secondary. The input voltage is 28 volts and 1 amp. What is the output voltage? So for any of these mathematical questions, you're going to be solving with simple PEMDAS and algebra. For that, you're going to put the primary over the voltage and the secondary over X, and you are going to solve for X. What does the CSD constant speed drive use to ensure constant speed of the AC generator? A variable hydraulic pump is used.
That's it. I got way
What type of current is produced in the armature of a generator? Alternating current is the type of current that is produced in the armature of a generator. What is the purpose of a commutator on a generator?
Alright, hopefully that helps you guys. Good luck with your studies.